You're playing Peter Parker a lot more than you're playing Spider-Man. And what I mean by that is you're on the ground a lot more than I'd like you to be. You got Daredevil on you. I heard Bucky shooting as well. He's looking at you. Cloak and Dagger's just healing herself. Rocket's healing her. So you got 4 people looking at you right now. If you did go in like you did, instantly you want to back out. I swear to Jesus, Golden, if you do these raw ults again, I'm gonna put you back in gold myself. Quick heads up, most people watching aren't subbed. If this helps you, subbing really helps me keep making these. Alright, player name Golden Elo, rank Diamond 3, playing Spider-Man on DPS, on Heart of Heaven, playing on PC. The game is 24 minutes, started playing Rivals 4 months ago and only plays Spider-Man. Things he needs help with in order: aim tracking, decision making, positioning / off angles, and combo execution. If you can provide examples of what I did wrong and a better way to do them, for example, what would have been the best combo, my positioning, how could it be better, examples of good versus bad angles, and what's the thinking process like, what would you be thinking in these situations. I find that in terms of positioning, I'm not really paying attention to that in game. And what's the process when it comes to adjusting your game plan based on what's happening / like changing as it's going on. Maybe some examples of some combo work better for certain characters. He played Venom for like 4 minutes. If assistance can be provided, we'll gladly appreciate it, even though not my main or priority. Most clutch game we played. All right, I already like that you're doing off angles right now. Seeing what's going on. Okay. Yep. Honestly, that was good. It was just aim tracking, like you're saying, saving the E for after he tries to get away. All right. I was gonna say, I feel like they could see you, but it doesn't look like it. All right, who do they got? I see her focusing the rocket. There we go. I was actually gonna say it might be better to focus the cloak since rocket's a little shiftier. You hear the Bucky, definitely try and just get away from him when you can. All right, let's see. I'd be focusing cloak every time now, honestly. Trying to do yo-yos. Get her up in the air where her instant heal can't save her. Yep, you got that. Just so you know as well. Oh, how do I... There we go. There is a health pack right over here if you're ever looking for one. I don't know if you knew about that one. Because it looked like you were starting to go for that one. You just got a side one right here. Just to help you out. Yeah, right now I'd be going Cloak and Dagger. And maybe Moon Knight is my main too. Alright, so just a quick thing again. You knew they had a Bucky. I would not be using Get Over Here like that into the Bucky, especially I'd be almost exclusively doing pole combos this game, mainly just because of the Bucky. Only use Get Over Here if he wasn't with them or you knew he was dead probably. There we go. Alright, yeah, get out of there. Right when a Moon Knight's in your face like that. Let's just go back and see it again. Okay, you saw him come up. I'd be instantly, when he comes up to you like that, I'd assume he'd have his onk unless you were already tracking it. Yeah, and just be ready to dip more than anything. And you stayed a little bit too long and died for it. Might work on your rollout a little bit there. You can do a swing, tracer, uppercut. If you do a swing here, tracer, uppercut to keep your momentum, you'll shoot straight through this fog. You'll have to just get used to it and you'll slam into this wall, or you could double jump to stop your momentum and shoot into here. All right, so what are we thinking right now? We know Cloak and Dagger, and probably Moon Knight are your main two to keep going for. Rocket's not the worst one since they gutted his mobility too, but you'll kind of want to do the save the E type of combos on him. So you'll do like an opener combo, so overhead tracer uppercut, or maybe do a drive-by and then follow up with the tracer, then get over here uppercut for a finisher. That's your best way to get the rocket, and yo-yos and combos for the Cloak and Dagger. Almost don't want to be using Get Over Here to pull yourself to them at all this game. Let's see. Alright, I was gonna say there's somebody on point though. I think it's the Venom by your team got it. If you could get the pick, that'd be cool, but almost don't even try to go for Daredevil. Yeah, I'd be almost exclusively just going for their supports in Moon Knight this game. If you see a good chance to get the other ones, go for it. But yeah. Good focus on the rockets. I feel like you're a little lost right here, right now. You got all your swings. I would just be using one of them to get an aerial view right now. See where you might want to reposition. Okay. Let me go back. Whenever Cloak and Dagger ults, I always look for the pull. I'm either going up in the air or I'm trying to Sakamba her. Most of the time she does fade out of it, but then that's a fade she can't use for somebody else. So I think she's in Cloak form. Now she's in Dagger form right now. So immediately when she ults, get up in the air. Try a yo-yo combo on her. If she's good, she'll respond to it, but like I said, that's another ability you baited out. Or if you see like a Moon Knight's in there or something, where is he at? I think he just responded. Yeah, so since she's the only one, I'd be trying to yo-yo her right now. When she's dashing, you can't pull her out of her ult, but once she's finished with the animation, you can do any displacement combo on her to kill her out of it. I'll show you afterwards what I'm talking about. I'm sure you know about the yo-yo combo, but every time I'm always tracking. Wait for the 4th dash, and instantly try to pull her out, either fishing combo or yo-yo combo 100% of the time. Unless there's an easier killing potential person like a Moon Knight, I might pull him out of her ult or something instead, because 90% of the time they switch to Dagger to do damage. But let's go back to your point of view. So I see you're playing Peter Parker a lot more than you're playing Spider-Man, and what I mean by that is you're on the ground a lot more than I'd like you to be. Get an aerial view way more. I think you had this swing. Let's see how long you got these swings available, and you're not using them to get higher. If you're not using the swings either to get higher, you should be wall climbing to get it higher. Just the aerial advantage is something you don't want to ignore. So yeah, you've been on the ground for a very long time. Good combo on that guy, but I do want you to be in the air more. Yep, good target priority there. Yep, like you're just saying, you got to learn the tracer timings on that, or not timings, projectile speed, and get used to it. All right, you're out of cooldowns, or at least uppercut. Yep, you're doing a lot of ground walking again. I like to post up. I know your team's pushed in, but even if you're just on this wall, or like on this wall, or just be on the walls a lot more than walking around. My favorite wall is like right here, because you could see there, and you can see over there. But since your team's pushed up a little bit, I understand it a little bit more, but do a lot more wall crawling. By the way, I review viewer games from my Discord, so if you want yours next, I have the Discord link in the description. All right, yep, Cloak and Dagger. You see there's a... All right, I don't love that. I know you didn't know about the rocket ult coming out, but you did a raw ult, which you see a Penny right here. She could stun you right here. See a Bucky right here. He could pull you out of it. Even if you're ignoring that, you have get over here in your uppercut. That would be a good amount of damage to try and secure the kill through your ult as well. So even if you were ignoring Penny and Bucky right here, you at least want to use your get over here and uppercut to do a little bit of damage. So yeah, do some damage before you go in there even. I don't want to be seeing you raw ulting like that almost 90% of the time, especially against Penny and Bucky, but even without that. Okay, yep, you're going for Cloak and Dagger. Be ready to dip. Just if Bucky turns on you, you are on them because they're giving it to you for free, but you didn't use your swings to get out. Yeah, don't even be looking at these guys over here. I know you could be peeling, but there's like 4 of them in there. I'd rather you just go immediately for the Cloak and Dagger rocket. Okay. You're keeping up the pressure, making it harder for him to heal, so I like that. Alright, and then do that yo-yo combo. I know you didn't know that right here. But focus on getting that cloak out. Alright, yeah, not much you could do here. So yeah, you're just chilling. Get a good vantage point of him. Alright. So one other thing that I've been trying to do more, look at these tracers right here. This is nowadays what I call lazy tracers. You're just shooting. Tracers are super loud. I'd rather you swing up in the air and do like an opener or a Batman combo or some other displacement combo than shooting tracers like 20, 30 meters away. You do only have one swing and you have like no tracers. So honestly, I might just be hiding behind this wall and letting your cooldown hide behind this wall. Peek with third person, let your cooldowns come off cooldown and then try to do something than just shooting these tracers out like that. Alright, let's see. Yeah, now you're out of tracers, you're out of swings, and then you raw ulted right there. All the things we've already been talking about. Okay, I did like that. I like that. You're trying to do the opener. I like that a lot. Do that more. And McQueen can tell you I'm bad at doing that, so okay. I saw it. I don't know if I would have done that. Just because you had the tracer on her, I might have done a swing and then an uppercut drive-by to bait out her abilities rather than using your get over here. Try and save your get over here more than you have been, I think. Especially for teams like this. Try and bait out cooldowns a little bit more against Cloak and Dagger since you got buffed a little bit. And like McQueen says, instantly leave after she bubbles right here. Especially because you got, let's see, let's back out. You got Daredevil on you. I heard Bucky shooting as well. He's looking at you. Cloak and Dagger's just healing herself. Rocket's healing her. So you got 4 people looking at you right now, where your team is nowhere even near you. So honestly, you should have, if you did go in like you did, instantly you want to back out. The moment you take damage against this, you know you're going crazy right here, like by even existing right here. If you don't, I would recommend doing an auto swing bind, so you don't even have to look to get out anymore. So for me, put something for simple swing if you don't have it, even if you don't use it for combos, like I don't typically. It's a nice option to instantly dip. So you do your E, get over here, and then uppercut, you notice it's going south, instantly just use auto swing, dip out. Yeah, like Tinder's saying, it's bait cooldowns, not always to get kills. Those are definitely a nice bonus, but against this team, you want to be baiting out or bubble when you can. Or if you can land yo-yos, then you can just try and straight up kill her. Okay, real quick as well, just another route you can go here. You can actually just swing across this way. And it's like a no-risk way to get the health pack over here, or the health pack that's on the other side of that wall. I'd be waiting. You're going crazy again, and do 4 people, maybe even their whole team again right here. I think your timing just a little bit off. Yeah, if you're trying to go for somebody, do a displacement thing here instead of trying to engage while 4 people are right there. I think you already know that though, just watching this right now. Think you're going for a pull right here? Yep. Yeah, it's just nice to throw those out every once in a while. Okay. And your team did have a tank for a bit. I wonder why they changed. I think their team has mostly stayed the same minus Penny. Okay, I don't think you needed to disengage there, but you already made that decision, I think, before getting out of there. That was just unfortunate. You thought you had it, and then he dipped away. But I think that was just another raw ult right there again. Let me see that. So overhead. I don't love that ult. I know you're trying to secure the kill, but if Bucky had his pull up still, that would have been a super wasted ult. I don't love that ult. I'd still try and use it more for supports. Or now that it's overtime soon, it would have been better to have. I could be wrong on that one though. Alright, I don't love that you pulled yourself into the Bucky to asking to get punched right there. I think you just saw the tracer on him and just wanted to go in to help with overtime. So I think you just gotta be a bit more patient right here. Honestly, don't even look at this Bucky. Just keep looking at Cloak and Dagger and Rocket right now. Pretend Bucky's not even a thing, other than he can disrupt you and do the pull combos. Not a hard and fast rule, but it'll be better to implement that than saying it's fine to go in. Ooh, let's see, here's his Venom. Alright, use his right click. Alright, yep, just keep going on Cloak and Dagger. Alright, right click, there you go. Weave in some melees in between here. Every time you use your tendrils, use a melee on her. And try and be like on her ass, so the melees will hit. Alright, and then you forgot to use your E. I don't think, yeah. Use your E faster than you think you should if you're getting whittled down like that. Yeah, even on Venom, I want you to be focusing the supports more than the tanks, Bucky or Daredevil. Dang. Alright, you might be dead here. So I want you to focus on support more displacement, whole fishing combo, yo-yos, stuff like that against Cloak and Dagger. For rockets, I want you to be doing more opener and drive-bys and then saving your E for a follow-up, get over here, uppercut to finish him off. And also, I do want to point this one out as well. I just want to make sure everybody has this. At least I think it's good to have. So go to Combat Mix. Go to announce when a teammate is KO'd and make sure that's checked on. I've been seeing a lot of people when their team are dying, they keep sticking around and keep trying to engage when it turns into like a 4v6 or a 3 or 2v6 and they're trying to get value and then they instantly die. I'd rather you have this on so you can kind of hear the tick marks of when it's time to start dipping. So let's see, your 8 deaths, a lot of them could have been prevented. Not to say all of them, but I think about half of them are you going into like their full team or something. All right, let's see. Nope, don't. It's 2 problems right here. Lazy tracers and you're going for a penny right now. Yep, ignore the Bucky. See the Cloak and Dagger. Okay, yep, go for the rocket. I know you swing up in the air, see where people are, go for the rocket or the... I guess that was nice. You followed up with the magic. Not sure why the Daredevil wasn't in the Cloak ult, but you should know the rocket's alive and be looking for him somewhere. And right there, so your whole team was looking at him. You swung in. You don't need to use your E in this case. I would do an uppercut drive-by type of thing, and then double jump to stop your momentum, so then you could follow up and save your E or something else. Because it might help you get the rocket right now or something, or follow up on Daredevil. Okay, nice. I want you to save your E a little bit more. It worked out in that situation. I'm not sure why the Cloak is sticking around still. Okay. Good kill, good kill. Yeah, a little bit of better accuracy, and that's just something you can work on in the practice range or just play the game more honestly. Make sure you're comfortable with your sensitivity. Uh-oh. I would have just swung out. Do the similar thing I was telling you before, if you didn't know. Just swing out here, get completely away from him. He's just gonna keep chasing you. Alright, I think you just raw ulted here again. Alright, I don't want you to see that you do this ever again. You keep just raw ulting. You're not even doing damage other than tracers. You're just using Q and hoping for the best. Especially against the rocket, he's gonna escape. You're right next to Strange, he can just shield you. And you didn't bait out her fade or anything like that. If you're ever gonna ult, the bare minimum is you wanna do tracer, get over here, uppercut. And even then, like 90% of the time, you're not gonna get the kill. You need to be baiting out abilities to get like any value out of his ult nowadays. How you've used your ult, I think almost every single time, is you've just been doing it raw. Do some damage, bait out cooldowns, and then you're allowed to ult. Other than that, don't even try. I'd still rather you use your ult more than not, but I want you to meet those prerequisites before you ult 90% of the time.
With the amazing Spider-Man.
All right, let's see. Uh-oh. You're lucky he didn't follow you in there. Okay. Let me see that again real quick. Here's a good example too. Let me slow it down actually this time. Okay, nice. I liked you're trying to apply the damage. Tracer, overhead, you tried it. Rather than getting over here, using your E, I'd rather you try for a tracer overhead again and keep saving the E. It's good damage. But right now, she faded away from you. And if you had a tracer and get over here now, you could chase her down. So I think you could have killed her if you saved your E right there, rather than trying to use it to go an extra meter or 2. So try to save your get over here a lot more than you have been. And that's just unfortunate. Uh-oh. Let's just see that one more time. All right. I don't love that you saw the Bucky and went right for him. As soon as you see the Bucky, just swing to the other side of this bridge right here or something. Don't land on the ground at least. It's right there again. I want to see you do more tracer overheads. I think you need to follow your target more than relying on your get over here. So right here, you could have followed her backwards and tried for an overhead. She was probably going to live through it, but at least you'd have your E to try and do a yo-yo combo or a combo to get her out of her ult or something right there. Okay. I'd back out, yeah. Uh-oh. Please do not raw ult again. And he did. Golden, stop it. Stop raw ulting. I know you got somebody out of it. But you could have got Luna froze. Let's see. Let's see what was around you again. Oh, you got Luna. Nope, she died. Okay. I guess you didn't have much to contest you, but... Please stop doing that. Good, you're getting set up for a little bit later. Good, a little better of a view though, I'd say probably. So I like that you're up here. You can even hug it closer right here just to get the third person view to see where they're at. Just a small, tiny adjustment right there. So you see their whole team grouped up right here. You see and hear the orbs coming from over here. I'd be trying to dive this rocket. Or this, well, you didn't know the Moon Knight was there. But I'd be trying to dive this rocket more than trying to do anything on this cloak and dagger right here. He's all alone. You can try and bait out his dashes and then do a follow-up tracer E uppercut type of thing. All right, get out of there. Yeah, good. You know, the health pack's there. All right, let's see. Oh, I like it. You tried to do the opener. Save the E, very nice. Yeah, I mean, he just barely got out. I want to see you do that more. All right, wait for your cooldowns to come back up now. Okay, nice. All right, yep, you got out. I like that you tried to do a little damage and then got out. Even if it's like against 4 people, they might not know you're there and you could get a quick damage in and out. And if they're not following up, then you try and go for a kill or something. Nice, nice. Ooh, very nice. Okay, I like that one too. Save the E once he tried to disengage from you. Alright, yeah, it's a team fight. You're low tracers, so it's tough. You kind of want to stay in there, and I do that all the time. Yeah, I'd be trying to get the Luna. When you peeked out, you saw the Luna right there. You could have tried to displace her again as well. I swear to Jesus, Golden, if you do these raw ults again, I'm gonna put you back in gold myself. Alright, biggest changes I want to see you do is those ult changes. Yeah, don't get over here to the Bucky. Stop doing that. And if anything, save your E for when the Bucky tries to pull you. I'm just giving you a hard time, Golden. This is how you get better. Okay. Yeah, you're out of swings there. Let's see. Don't focus the tank right there. You got a couple options, you know, rockets right there. That's why it's really good to keep swinging and play Spider-Man more than Peter Parker. You see the right here, and you're like, oh, that big fat juicy HP bar that I probably won't ever kill with the 2 supports right here. I'm gonna go for that guy. Now I want to see you going for this rocket more. Go for this guy that's all alone in the back line like this, or this cloak right here. I know she's closer to her team, but at least try to go for the supports, but especially this guy all alone over here. So let's see if that's what you do. Okay. Oh! He came to you! Wow. Alright, the raw ult works sometimes. You're panicking, I feel it. Oh, one more! Oh, we've all been there, no tracers. Oh my god, the longest battle ever. We've all been there, you're out of cooldowns, you can't uppercut. Alright, that was just a funny little 1v1 right there of him just running away the whole time. Let us go in the practice range and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So biggest weaknesses, lazy tracers is huge. Your ult usage is huge. Target priority is pretty big as well. Not being a spider when you're playing Spider-Man. I want you to be on the wall like 80% of the time, or up in the air 80% of the time. Cooldown management, it could be better with your swings and stuff. One of the major cooldowns I want you to work on is saving your E, because you'll be like right here and they'll barely get out of your range and then you instantly E. I want you to work on more tracer punches like that. Tracer punch, overhead. And then if they get like out of your 5 meter, 10 meter range, then start using it like that. So save your E a lot more. I saw you going for a couple combos, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't think you did a single fishing combo. So here's the fishing, tracer, pull, punch, tracer, uppercut. That'll kill 250 HP guys against cloak and dagger. I want to see you doing this more. Punch, tracer, uppercut, follow up with a tracer. That'll kill 275. What I want to see you do more against cloak and dagger than that one even is the yo-yo, especially during her ult. So I'll do it on the ground, kind of. Pull, tracer, uppercut, web cancel, tracer, overhead. That's pull, tracer, uppercut, tracer, overhead. And also right when you grab them, you want to jump with it too. So you'll pull, jump, tracer, uppercut, tracer, overhead. I want to see you do that a lot more, especially when there's a Bucky, and do the fishing combo a lot more when there's a Bucky.